Film Pros podcast. Today is 5 of September. Second to last day of September. This year is going super fast. Let's see if we go on live and if we're good because I couldn't get the last link to work up. So hopefully this one does. Let me see here. Oops, I think I gotta go and do some modifications, guys. Give me 1 second here. Unable to connect. We need connection, man. Update, save. All right, sending data. Unable to connect. Oh, come on, man. This may take a minute. Oh my God. Come on, Facebook. Let's get connected. All right, finally, we are connected. Again, welcome to September 29, 2025, Film Pro Podcast, Monday night. We are running a few minutes late as always, so there's an issue with Facebook connections. But I just got that set up, and I think I've got my co-host as well as my guest in the background. So if you guys would give me a minute, we'll get them on and get this show going the right way. So let's start that. Give me a second here. Start this, start that. All right. So let's see if we can get our chats up on here. Where's my chats at? All right. That's not where I need. I need that. All right. So let's direct that to the live. Nope. Come on, chats. Come on, properties. There we go. That's where I need my chats at. All right. Let's refresh this. Let's see if I can get. Let's go, Tom. It's Mother Marion's in the house. Welcome, guys. All right. So we got our comments in here. We got that going there. Oops. I clicked on the wrong button. All right. So let me get those on here. No. I need this and add that camera. Do I have chats? Chats are here. All right. Let's start this the proper way. All right. Welcome back. Let's get this thing going. Let's bring out our co-host, Mr. Ryan, the assassin. What is going on, Ryan?
Not too much.
This has kind of been fun. As always, there's always a hiccup. There's always something going on. So, but we got this going. All right, what we got going on the column, man? We always late. No, we ain't late. It's Facebook, man. Facebook's always throwing something in there. We got Jimmy Nance in here. Man, I haven't seen Jimmy on one of these lives in a very long time. What's up, Jimmy?
What's going on,
Gabriel,
dude?
what's going on, bro? I saw your video. I haven't had a chance to click on it. So,
Nick and Brian.
oh, Brian Fell's in here. What's up, Brian? All right. Without further ado, let's go ahead and bring in, since we're running a few minutes late, anyways, bring in our guest. Hopefully, his mic and his video works. I know his video is working, so hopefully his mic is working. So let's go.
What's up, guys?
What's up, Jay?
Not much, bro. It's another long day. You guys know how it is.
Yeah, man. Everybody
Yeah,
knows how that is. You still
yeah,
got the
yeah,
sun
yeah.
out over there, man. We dark over
Oh,
here.
oh, yeah. Sorry, let me block it a little bit. I tried closing in. I'm like, man, it's glare is really getting in here.
You may need a tinter to come out there and tint that window for you, bro.
Actually, it's got Expel Vision 20 on it, and it's still kind of hitting out. So that might be an Expel problem. I'm just kidding.
Oh, we got Mike Watson right in here. Hey, expel reps in the chat.
Just gotta go
Yeah,
darker.
no. Yeah, I gotta go
20%
darker.
darker.
Mike's
I need
like,
to
I'm out.
go. I need to go hit up my spell reps and get something darker. It's not dark enough. How you guys
Uh,
doing today?
we're doing good, bro. How about you? How you
Not too
doing?
bad.
Good, man. Good. Just catching up from WSET and getting guys rolling again. And I was pretty psyched that one of my guys made it to the finals. And it's always fun. It's always cool being with family and like all the networking stuff. Didn't get a chance to party much this time, but it's okay. It's like you go to enough of these things, it's like you kind of already know what's up.
That's what's up, bro.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
it's always fun. The networking, the just hanging around and the chit chat is
yeah.
always my favorite part about going to any competition or any gathering. So
Hmm.
do love that. What's
Hmm.
up, Jared? What's up, Dame Williams? We got Mike Watson,
Oh, my boy Jared.
Vernon.
Oh, my boy Jared.
Man, a load
uh,
of legends here, man. A legend yourself, Jared. I just gotta
Jared is the
I gotta figure
legend.
out when I can get Jared on one of these lives, man. He's a very hard man to catch.
they're always so busy. It's
Yeah,
always
man.
like different types of the world and the country. They're always busy.
Man,
Yeah.
I think they have the best job. They get to travel, have fun, help people out, and still do it in style.
No, it's I'm very grateful for J2 for sure. I would not be where I'm at if it wasn't for J2.
Awesome.
Yeah. So what's up, Cash? I mean,
How much, bro?
we were catching up a little bit at WFCT. So we got SEMA coming up pretty shortly. And then we got Expel Conference like just around the corner, and then what, Tinner battles, right?
Well, yeah, you got SEMA, you got
Yeah.
Tenor Battles, and then you got XDC, man. It's
Hmm.
XDC and SEMA are so close, man. I'm sorry, not SEMA. Tenor Battle and XDC is so close and in the same area. Oh man, it's just I'm trying to figure out how to do both of them. Are
It's
you
we gotta
going
make.
to? Are you going to? Well, hey, you know what? Let's take it back. Let's take it back 1 second. So, for the
Oh.
people that are watching, for people that don't know who Jay is, let's do a little introduction for Jay. Sorry, guys. Facebook threw me off a little bit, but let's go back here. Jay, do a little introduction. Who you are? What's your
Mhm.
background?
Yeah, yeah,
Just
yeah,
so the people that do not know you or do know you, that just refresh
yeah.
them.
Okay. My name is Dicipulo. I'm in California. About 20 minutes in LA in San Dimas. Originally started tinting and detailing as a teenager, and I said no, I don't want to work with cars. I ended up going to school for biomedical engineering, but for some reason I still ended up working with cars. Been in business for almost 15 years now, in the industry for almost 20 years, but pretty low key about it. Like I know a lot of people in the industry, but a lot of people don't really know who I am. So I'm kind of just low key, like in the industry for a while. But the more I kind of go to these events and the more people I see at SEMA, the more you get to kind of know more people. But as far as for me, just another guy that owns a shop trying to make a living, man.
So
Yeah,
what do you
but
do more?
mm,
Tint, PPF, or detailing?
so I originally in high school I was tinting a lot. I was tinting a lot, and then I was doing a lot of details. And then I started vinyl wrapping way before before air release was out. So I was doing vinyl wrap like wet application. Um, and then PPF kind of like came natural for me. So when PPF came around, I kind of like stuck into PPF more. So it was mainly like just lot PPF and window tint. Then as kind of business just kind of grew on, I started doing more and more PPF. And as you know, the more you get into it, the more you don't do the fun stuff, the labor work. You do more of the harder stuff, right? As far as running a business. Literally, last XDC, I didn't install for like maybe 6 months. And then I just laid on the fender, a mirror, and a headlight. I was like, oh, okay, this is the best I'm going to be before XDC. And then before WFCT, I thought about doing window tint, but I didn't tint. Last time I tinted was like last WFCT. So I said, no, I'm just going to stick with PPF. But yeah, dude, no, just another guy in California trying to make a living. And the thing with me is I have a lot of passion for what I do, just like we all do. And we're very meticulous and we're very picky in our own way. And but yeah, man, that's pretty much it. Nothing really crazy.
So how's it going for you out there, like business wise? I know I've seen a lot of people.
Um, it's been up and down. We're not dead. Like I see a lot of shops closing down out here. But we're pretty steady, to be honest. And we have a lot of loyal referrals, and customers are like shooting out referrals to their friends and family to kind of keep us busy. And of course, my secret is J2. They've been helping me out for a long time now, to kind of help us out a little bit. But we're not super slammed like we normally would be before SEMA, but the shop's pretty full right now. Shop's pretty full.
Good, good to hear that. I
Yeah.
see lots of people like, really, really
Mm.
wondering what's going on.
Yeah, it's kind of hard right now because, like, for me, with all the 10 years of data that I have, and like the last 5 years of data, and then I'll compare it to the last 2 years. So you kind of know where like how to weather the storm, right? But this year has been kind of funky. So it's hard to say, dude. We got different excuses, from the economy to cars not selling to bad salespeople, or we're not doing our marketing right, or we're behind because everybody's going to AI. A lot of just different excuses, but really, for me, you do pretty high quality work and you care, it's gonna keep coming. It's always gonna work out. So, how about you
I
guys
might have
out there?
I might have missed this, but Jay, how many people you got in the shop? Is it just you?
Right now I have six guys and a front desk manager.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
so I got two detailers, a tinner, and a couple of PPF guys. And then I help out when I can. Like I don't like to just sit in the back. Like I like installing or helping them install and just making sure they're okay. Yeah.
Did you?
Mm,
So
mm,
we talk to a lot of different people, and a lot of times, when you have an installer who then becomes an owner and has employees, they have a hard time getting people, good employees, and people that'll like basically do the kind of work that
mhm.
they do or want. Did you find that hard for as you started getting employees, or you get pretty lucky?
To be honest, at first it was kind of hard, right? Because you kind of have this guard, your guard was up about who to teach and who do you want to grow with you. And then eventually you're gonna find someone that's like super talented, and they're gonna take the skill set and bounce. But for me, like, you can't stop those guys. Those guys are the ones that are either gonna be super good or they're gonna crash. But it's it's more personality. And I remember I talked to a good buddy of mine. You guys probably know him, Ronald. Ronald owns Midnight. Um, and we spoke about this years ago, and it's more personality kind of thing, right? And how the guys that you want to grow with your team versus so much skill set. Obviously, you want a skill set, but the personality of your guys and the guys that are going to grow with you is really what's going to help you grow as a team. And we're not a crazy shop, dude. We don't do millions and millions of dollars a year. We do well for ourselves to where we can pretty much don't have to look at the tab on our bill, right? But but as far as trying to find the right guys, it's for me the attitude and personality has worked out for me the past few years. Um, but also being very transparent with your guys, and like I'm not afraid to show them the numbers and show them the layout of what's really happening, because you have guys that believe they're worth more than they are, and then you have guys that are worth a lot more than we're getting for it that needs to be compensated more, right? So the numbers don't lie, right? And as an owner, you just gotta do your best to bring the work as much as you can. That way, they get what they deserve, right?
Hmm.
So, um, but yeah, dude, it's a different challenge all the time. Trying to find the right crew and guys to kind of help you, because you help. Excuse me, you have like other businesses over here trying to poach each other and get their guys, whether they try to give them like a sweeter deal or whatnot. But really, it also comes down to, for me, it's like how you treat your guys, and giving them the flexibility that you have. Just because you're the owner doesn't mean you can go do whatever the hell you want. Like I tell my guys all the time, if you got family or you want to do something personal, as long as we plan it accordingly, go do it, right? You want to go do things with your girl, your family or whatever, plan it accordingly, do it. And then as long as we get the work done and then we plan it accordingly as a team and we all communicate, it's all going to work out, you know?
Love it.
Um, yeah. So mhm.
So how long have you been in the location that you're in right now?
This spot, so I was funny. I was in the building, same spot, same complex, but I was in the building next door for like 5 or 6 years, and then I moved to this building, which is the one next to it, about 6 years ago. Actually, not so, well, 5 years ago, like a little after COVID. So, um, same same location, just different building. About the same size, but the difference in this one is where it's more storefront. It's right next to like the main street, pretty much. Um,
I
yeah, but
love it, man.
before, yeah,
Uh, I love everything you're saying, and then that's the same thing what people are saying in the comments, man. I mean, I think that's what drawn me to
mhm.
you every time we meet up is, bro, you're chill, you're just low key, you're just like, hey, I love the every time we meet, you're always like, I'm nobody, man. I'm like nobody. I'm like, dude, I gotta get you on. We talked about it last time we met, and then we talked about it again this time. We're like, dude, I gotta get you on a podcast. I gotta talk to you. I gotta let people know there are great people like yourself out there that are doing well, but they also have a really low key,
Mhm.
you're really humble, which is beautiful, bro. Like I love sharing that, and that's one of the things I think that drawn me so much towards you was like, hey man, I'm nobody. I'm just here supporting my friends. I'm just here networking. I'm just here to learn, the couple of things that we talked about. And I'm like, dude, we just need to share that. That's sometimes that's the message that needs to be, repeated so people can keep up with it, because everybody gets lost within all the high fly, especially in today's social media. Like, hey man, like how many followers I got, or what's a catchy video I've got, and all this and
That's
that. And like it's
that's funny that you said that, because the incident happened in WFCT, and we had no names, but we had a really like an Instagram influencer that showed up, and he got humbled real bad by all the top guys in the industry. But no, dude, you got to keep it real. You got to keep it transparent, or else, you're gonna lose attraction, or you're gonna like lose a lot of people that needs to support, you need support from. So Obviously, there's times when we joke around, we're being a little arrogant because we all of us have a certain different skill set. You, Cash, like we people can say that you probably don't do much because you're always doing the business stuff, but we know you're a killer tinner. You know, we know you kill it with film. We can sling film. So, like with me, I people don't. I can pretty much do anything. Maybe not the best, but I'm pretty damn good at it, you know. And then we have one of our other guys over here, Signs. No, he is a beast. The guy can do everything. Right. Oh my God. Right. I think the only thing he can't do is reach the top of a truck, but man, he can do everything.
No, that's his
Help him
superpower.
with that so he can get there.
When he gets
No,
tall, he
for
disappears. That's his
like
superpower.
every time, and that's one thing that I love about going to the events, right? Is whether we see you, Thomas, or even our boy Tim and Elio, I'm always learning something new, honestly. I'm always learning something new, like little small like techniques and tactics from how they install window tint and PPF or whatever, or even like talking to you about the tips that you've given me in the business in the past and how it is in the East Coast, and then how I can use that to penetrate to the West Coast. Like my boy Jared like linked me up with Dave at Tritech, and the last WSCT I was talking to Dave for like a long time, and there's so many things that he hooked me up with, you know. So it's one of the things I love about this industry is because a lot of the guys that really appreciate the community are always constantly helping each other out.
No, bro, it's
Yeah,
really humble to be around people like yourself and to see that we do have some real people. I mean, honestly, bro, like
yeah,
there's
man.
one of the biggest thing in the industry is portraying being somebody on online and being, somebody else in real life. I tried to say that, I've been saying this for years, opposite. There's a lot of guys that online seems like they're mean and they're hard ass, but
Hmm.
they're some of the nicest guys once you get to meet them in person, and get to know them. But
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
also this mindset, the business mindset, and it's kind
Mm.
of sad to hear Justin's comment earlier that, hey, his boss comes and goes without any notifications, and his
Yeah,
guys
right
that he
on.
prefer,
Yeah,
his
yeah,
boss not there. Like that's one thing. Ryan and I work together, and Ryan, I don't know how he can probably tell you how really it is because I can always promote
yeah.
myself,
Hmm.
but my thing is always when I'm hiring guys is like, hey man, we're probably gonna spend more times than we're gonna spend time with our families, and if
Yep.
we're not happy around each other or we're not like vibing off each other, then we shouldn't be here. We shouldn't be doing this.
Mm.
To me, a work relationship is as important as your personal relationship, right? Like if you are gonna be around people for 8, 10 wake hours, because you go home, man, like you're awake for 3 hours, you're sleeping, and then the other 8 hours, and then you're out of the house really quick.
Mm.
There's a couple of hours in Atlanta. We have to put in 2.5 hours of traffic. I mean, just like
Yeah,
our,
yeah,
our our
yeah.
24 hours get cut with
Yeah, yeah. No,
traffic
it goes
hours
by fast for
late.
sure.
So
But
my math goes
yeah.
off of that. Like, hey, man, I spend more time around Ryan and my other guys, and I'm always joking around with my guys. I got one guy who's always like age before beauty, and we're always joking about that. But
Yeah.
it's us being comfortable around each other, us being able to have fun and enjoy what we do. Because at the end of the day, I've got kids growing up right now that are
Yeah,
trying to
yeah,
go into college, university, and I'm telling
yeah.
you, like, dude, don't look at money. Don't look at like what your friends are doing. Don't look at what, this, that.
Mm.
Look at what intrigues you. Look at what interests you. Look at what you like. Because the best job is the job that you're not treating as a job, right? Like
Yeah,
I think a lot of
yeah,
us
yeah,
guys,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
we
I
get into
mean,
this because we like the passion of it.
mhm. I mean, all of us are into it because we love the passion, and obviously it's very rewarding when you're helping that customer that's just super psyched about their vehicle or whatnot. But yeah, for sure, man, we spend a lot more time with our coworkers, colleagues, employees, bosses, whatever, than we do at home. And I'm sure you guys do. Like I catch myself watching videos of my little 1-year-old and my 4-year-old from time to time, just because we spend more time at work than we do with them. When we get home, you literally eat dinner to get them ready for a bath or whatnot, and then go to sleep and do it again. But a lot of us tend to, well, being younger, I'm a little older now, but when I was younger, we were all chasing money, right? Because we want that stability. But I've noticed as I'm getting older and I look at my older friends and you guys and guys that are successful in the industry, and I start to see like what's important to you guys. It's more the time and the quality of time of who you guys spend it with versus trying to make more money. And I've passed like 5 years, I've realized that by hanging around with you guys, you know. Um,
Appreciate that, man.
no, for
That's
sure,
great.
dude. Like, I mean, you're one of your best friends, bro. Like, I had a long, long, deep talk with Tim Ham, right? And Tim kind of put me on the side and no one like and really try to appreciate what's more important. Like, sure, we all need money, we all want to make more money, but we got so much time. Our kids are growing up so damn fast.
Yep,
Yeah,
100%.
so it's rough, man.
I
Yeah.
saw I saw a thing today. It said the wealthiest man is the man who comes home with the kids yelling, running through the door yelling, "Daddy's home, Daddy's home."
Oh, dude,
And
it
that
makes everything go away.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. That hit
yeah.
me, because I
Mm.
spend some time away. Like last week, I was away. So when I get here, before I get out of the truck, they're running out to the driveway. Like that's really cool.
Yeah, yeah, man. It's those days when you've had a rough day and they're just running at the door.
Yeah,
But that's why we do it, right? So we have that flexibility and that comfort. But I mean, this industry has showed me a lot because before I really focused in the automotive industry, I was in the medical industry and then I was in the oil industry. Um, but the automotive industry is just different because it's really a lot of communities that help each other out. Sure,
yeah,
like sure, there's like cliques, right? But everybody helps each other out.
yeah.
Definitely.
There's a lot of it. A
Yeah.
lot of We say it a lot. There's a lot of big hearts. In this
Yeah.
industry. There's a lot of great people that just have huge hearts and are out there to help people. I don't know if you've seen what Jared had wrote there, but he said that one of your secrets to your success is how you treat people. He says you're a real human. You listen and speak, the truth. He said your customer service is 10 10 10 and I think that goes a long ways in all of life, but especially in business, when you
Yeah.
can be real.
Yeah, because really we have all these people and customers that come up to us. Sure, a lot of them are excited because they want to get their car protected, tinted, ceramic coated, whatnot. And we want to earn their business, but there's a lot of shops out there, they'll say anything just to get their money. And really, us owners and sales guys, we're the problem solvers, right? They come up to us and try to figure out why they need PPF, tint, and ceramic coating to build that trust. And a lot of times, when you educate the customers properly, they appreciate it more versus the guy that's just giving prices or shops that are just like they just want the money. But then it comes to like that's a big thing that I try to do, and I learned that from Jared too years ago. Just how you treat your customers and educating them. Um, well, they'll always come back because if they decide to go somewhere else because your prices might be too expensive, they're gonna learn the second time or the third time. Oh man,
Hmm.
like Jay spent 45 minutes or an hour with me talking about this, and I ended up going, this guy that screwed me over. I'm gonna go.
Yeah,
So yeah, so it happens a lot. Like more common than you think. Yeah.
yeah,
Oh man, that's Jared's coming out with some great knowledge, great you
Mm.
know, Jared, we really need to have a. I need to get off after I get off this. We need to sit down a date for you, man. This is
Oh,
beautiful, man.
that's
I love it. If you chase it too hard, you'll burn it down.
gosh,
Everything
you're gonna have
that
to expect like
matters.
a 4 or 5 hour podcast with Jared because Jared's got some good stories, bro.
Jared is awesome, bro. I
Yeah,
love how real Jared is, and he keeps
yeah.
you real. That's the one of
Oh
the best
no,
things about
and no
Jared. It's
no
like,
bullshit, no
yeah,
bullshit. He
Jared
actually.
will keep you. You know, he humbled me just in the last meeting we had. So
Yeah,
I love I love Jared
yeah,
and Jessica. They're
yeah.
awesome people. You know, I will give you, you know, talking about customer service and talking about
Mhm,
being salespeople and
mhm,
all that.
mhm.
The best thing I've gotten so far, and this is shout out to Ashley with Restyle Revenue, is be the solution. Like, stop being a
Exactly.
salesperson,
Mhm,
stop
mhm,
being, you know, start throwing numbers and all that. Just shut up and listen.
mhm,
Let the customer talk more
mhm.
and listen to what their need are. And if you can provide that solution, the numbers, the real customers that you want, the numbers are not gonna matter. And
Yeah.
the customers that are only on focusing on number are typically not gonna be the customer if you really want a true
No.
business and a legacy you want to set up are not going to be the customers that you want coming in. Um, and Trip has got a great one. Money means less and less the older you become. Balance work and life, and you will be a better person. I think Trip nailed it right there, man. Like that should be on the Hallmark card right there.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right, Kosh. And as far as
It's
that's the
cash, man. Don't call
big.
me Kosh. There's people that's gonna start making fun of me right now.
Sorry. I mean, I'm so used to calling you
Hey,
big
look, man.
bro.
Right now we have Cash Patel, man. I mean, like you have such a big guy up in there that made it simple for everybody to know it's Cash. So, but
You
I
know, every
got
time
Trip
I
in here. You know, as soon as I get done with this fool's gonna hit me up like, "Hey, Kosh, hey, Koosh, hey, Kosh." It's gonna be one of those things, man. I'm telling you right now. I've kind of gone through that.
sorry, I'm just so used to calling you big bro every
It's
time
always
I
your
see
good
you.
friends that pick up on you.
Yeah. See, lost my train of thought now. But yeah, dude. No, but that's the biggest
Welcome to
difference
the real
from
podcast, bro. Like,
the truth of the small timer shops or the guys that don't last is the ones that are just trying to make the money versus really trying to give the customers that experience and solving their issues, right? And why they're coming to you. So that's the biggest difference. That's really made it out for us a lot. Yeah.
see, look at this. It's already started. You see that on the comment? Thomas
Thomas,
already picking up on me right there.
Thomas. Sorry. It's the Californian accent, you guys. I'm sorry.
It's all good, man. It's all good. I don't take it personally. Don't get me wrong.
Kush in the bush.
I love every one of these assholes. They know it.
Uh,
And Mike said he doesn't. I wanted to address Mike's comment earlier that he's not a badass. He is a badass. He's a badass teddy bear, man. He's a gentle
no.
giant that really was one of the very first guys I got to know in this industry that really just
Mhm.
sat down, didn't know me, and just was just real, man. So I told this before, and I'll say keep on saying it because the people that are real to me are the ones that you gotta value, that you gotta keep in
Yes.
your circle.
No. Agreed. Yeah.
Thomas, like that one rhymes. All right, Thomas, we'll find something for you, La Boo Boo. So what's your going into 2026? What is your thoughts and process? You know, there's a lot of guys that are struggling this year. You know, you said it earlier, ups and down, lot of unsettling, situations going on, especially with politics right now, with the automotive industry. I'm really interested on how this SEMA is going to be because I
Mhm.
think SEMA is always a great show to go in to kind of project. Like I was more in the tire and wheel side for years, and I've been going to SEMA since '97, and we always went to SEMA to project what's going to happen in the next year. You get to see the builds, you get to kind of see the cars that most of the aftermarkets are going to focus on. And when I was
Mhm.
doing wholesale, it was the projections for pre-ordering. Because most of our overseas orders typically took 3 months to come in, so you had to be ahead of the thing. I love SEMA for that, and I try to put that out there as like, hey man, you want to go to a show, you want to go to SEMA for that reason, is to get knowledge, get networking, but also see where the industry is leading into. So what do you, I know you're going to SEMA, you look forward to that. What do you as a business owner, looking forward to?
Well, it's just like every year. SEMA for me is the reason why I like going to SEMA is I'm always constantly trying to be on top of the new products, the new films, the new coatings, the new tint, what's out there, vinyl wrap, whatever material we can use and utilize at the shop. Um, and obviously hang out with you guys, right? Get some awesome steak dinners and some drinks, uh um, but really that is how I kind of dictate and kind of see where the industry is going, kind of seeing what SEMA is doing. Um, this PPF has changed so much this past 5, 10 years that it's changed the game for a lot of people. Like we see vinyls kind of dying, and then tint has changed. I feel like tint has been more popular now than it has been in like almost a decade, even though the technologies in tint is getting a lot better. Ceramic coating is ceramic coating. Like it's not whatever, but it's not great. But that's why I look forward to go to SEMA, and it kind of helps me like pre-game for the beginning of the year, 2026, and kind of plan out how I'm gonna like focus on things at the shop. Um, but I've been with Expel for a while, but just like you guys, Expel's been great about as far as taking care of us. There's a lot of different products out there too, and I'm always open to see what's out there. Um,
Have you played with the color PPF yet?
there's a lot of stuff I'm not supposed to say
Oh, okay.
because I do. I did help out GSWF years ago. They were one of the first companies to come out with color PPF, so been in the color PPF game for a while. As far as their color PPF coming out, to be honest, they're like basic colors, but the part that Expel does better than everybody is the support of what's going to happen to the film. If it's gonna work well, they're probably not gonna release it, right? So as far as the new color PPF, I was playing with it at WFCT. It's tough. It's tough testing it out at places like that because it's not your shop, it's not your environment, and being at like a convention, the film is always they act differently. So, but they're a little behind, to be honest. Expel stuff they're behind. I'm not even gonna lie about that. They're behind in the color PPF game, but their bread and butters are clear and their stealth. Their stealth is amazing. I have it on my Raptor. I have their clear on my Rivian. So it's truth be said. I mean, they're a good film. You know. Um,
So I think like you kind of hit it right there, is the rap is dying because
mhm.
everybody is going to be jumping onto color PPF. I mean, last
Yeah.
SEMA, that was a huge indicator,
Yeah.
with a lot of guys focusing on the color PPF. I think the guys up in Washington, I always butcher their name, or is it supposed to be Stack or what?
S
Stack,
Tech.
or, what is it? I
Uh,
think I
uh,
I think they were probably I won't say they're the first ones, but I think they were like one of the more successful ones that came out with a lot of different options for where a lot of people kind of go back to, like, okay, hey,
mhm.
their stuff is good. They came up with some funny stuff. I think it was a little bit funky at last SEMA. There was supposed to be like a thinner and more flexible material. I
Hmm.
didn't hear anything after SEMA on that material, man. Like I think it kind of like just died out. Kind of like, not to call out people, but there were some brands out there that was trying to introduce dry PPF, color
Yeah.
PPF. It was just like doesn't make sense. I think there's gonna be contamination. I think it's not gonna lay down as good as you think. It's not wrap, so it's different concept. I think that's where Expel, like you kind of hit it on the head a little bit. Also, is that they know that they've built a name that they only want to put out product that they can stand behind, because it would look really bad if they come out with something that was subpar, because they will get
Hmm.
a lot of bashing.
For sure. For
Just,
sure.
just like 3M does, and just like Lumar, and the bigger that you are, the more of a target you are, right? Like it's
Yeah. Yeah.
it's one of those things, and I think the biggest thing as an Expel dealer for myself, a lot of people ask why you with Expel, why you not go with this or go with that. I love the industry. I love a lot of people in the. I have a
Mhm.
great relationship with Autobahn guys, the global guys, with
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
lot of the other guys out there. Hang out with a lot of those guys, but to me, I align myself when it comes down to business. Business is business. Friendship
Hmm.
is friendship,
Yep.
and to
Yep.
me, it's
Yep.
about like what you said. It's the marketing. It's the support. It's knowing that, hey, if I'm gonna be with a well-established uh, company, that if there is a hiccup tomorrow, they will take care of it.
Yep. Hmm.
So I think there's um, there's a lot to say either way. You can go, a lot of people just shop price, man. A lot of people just like, okay, hey, man, I don't need to be with somebody like Expel. I rather like the personal touch. And there's a lot of people that's great for that. Like, hey, a lot of people like I always talk about growth, but I've met a lot of great gentlemen in this industry, and some ladies that love just doing it by themselves. They love the one man shop. They love
Yeah.
that, they want to be the person that interacts with every customer. They want to be the person that installs for every customer. They want to know, like, hey, I'm your guy when it comes down to it. But at the same time, there's a lot of great people like yourself that put in a team, that works with the team. And like you said, being transparent and showing the numbers, like, hey guys, this is what we're doing. This is where we're hitting, not hitting our numbers. Like I'm
Hmm.
going through that this year. I'm going through, like, hey, I did a lot of investment, I did a lot of marketing and a lot of different stuff, and I have a great marketing team. J2's is a great marketing team, but there's a lot of stuff that I fail to stay up on top of, right? Like there's a lot of stuff that you have to in this day and age. You have to do a lot of social media marketing, like just to stay relevant and be genetic or organic growth, if you want to say it, right?
Hmm.
The new thing is you can be just straight humble and quiet. You have to express who you are, what your team is, who the team is, to be relevant in today's, especially in the new generation. We're on Facebook, man. That's a lot of the new generation. They're not on Facebook. They don't care about Facebook.
No, they're IG,
IG.
TikTok.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and TikTok. So like,
Yeah.
if they're not on IG or TikTok, we're irrelevant for a lot of guys. My younger guy, Aaron, man, he barely gets on Facebook, but he's on IG. He's on TikTok. He's making content. He's being relevant on that aspect. So
Y-
I think those are some of the things that we all have to learn and grow with and make the changes.
Yeah, and also trying to understand like the area you're at, right? And understanding your type of demographic of customers and clientele that you want. It's not just people that are penny pinching or trying to get the cheapest product for the highest quality price. That all matters too. And as a business owner, right, you can't just spend thousands of dollars or hundreds of dollars in ads and Facebook and stuff like that without doing your own work on the side. Like, Jared and Jess have helped me out, but there's still so much other things that you got to do on the side as well. And that's what really, I believe, differentiates shops that are still open and shops that are not, you know.
Yeah, I mean, look, like I'll admit it on online. I'll do it right here. J2 sends out every 2 weeks the
Yeah.
bi-weekly report,
Yeah.
and I glimpsed through it, and then when I'm like the damn numbers are not working and stuff, it's because I'm not taking the responsibility to counter to those numbers and see how we can
Yeah.
stay relevant on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like I just had a meeting with him and my sales coach on like, hey, how do we change some of that stuff? I'm in the
Hmm.
now process of hiring a salesperson just to be dedicated, focus on that, so that way Ryan as an installer can focus on and having a lot of installs and not have to juggle the sales aspect of it. Even though he
Hmm.
can do the sales aspect, it's just like you have to put your guys in the position that they're great at and let
Hmm.
them succeed in that. And then
Hmm.
you know we hear this over and over again, and we have pride, we have thick heads, we have self I don't know, like you think you're the badass, there's nobody that can do better than you, right? But then you see a lot of people doing badass things because you have to trust when you're trying to grow. I think you having six people, you say, hey, you were at the location right down the street, you kind of moved up in the same, you got into a bigger place, you got a bigger team now. You network, you listen, and you stay humble to what you're able to do. Just like, myself is, I'm not saying I'm the greatest tinter out there. I'm not saying I'm the worst out there. And a lot of people make fun of me on that. Hey, I'm mediocre. I can do out there. I went in and competed at WFCT, and I'm like, hey, I'm right in the middle. I'm in the top 50%, and people are like, dude, that's not top. I'm like, dude, that's great for a first competition. I was nervous as hell, but I got to feel like what all my other fellow tenters feel like, right? Like it's like,
Yeah. As
you
soon as that
know,
clock hits, as soon as that
you
clock
know,
hits, it just changes everything.
bro, like the
Uh,
butterflies, the pee right before the competition, having your tool
mhm.
belts on, and you're having to go pee. You know,
Yeah.
everybody watching you, especially when your fellow
Mhm.
tinters are watching you. It's a different thing than when a customer is watching you. I don't care anybody says otherwise, but when
Mhm.
your peers are watching you, it's a different pressure, especially when they know exactly what you're doing and what you're doing wrong, right? Like they can
Yeah. Yeah.
nobody has to like be right up on you. You can be 10 feet away and you'd be like, oh, he
Yeah.
didn't handle that film right. Oh, he didn't put it in right, or he didn't do this right. Like it's and then you can hear that, or you can see that on your eyes. To me, that's the biggest thing. But I don't know. It's to me, it's also the experience. I want to know everything. I want to know how to do PPF. I want to know how to do vinyl. I want to know how to do tint. Do I want to be the greatest? Ultimately, yeah, I do want to be great at it, but I want to be there when, like today, we had two late cars come in, and I don't want Ryan to be out there working by himself and staying way past the time that's supposed to be. So you grab a belt and you jump in there, and then I'm having this trouble with the door panels, and here comes Ryan, like there you go, and then I'm having a second one. Like Ryan is still having problems, but on the other side, boom, boom, boom. I got more comfortable. I kind of saw that process on that door panel. It's just as an owner, my also cautious is like, man, I don't want to fucking break anything because I don't want to pay for anything.
Yeah. 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 And
But
also like you want to get it done as high quality as you want, in a
right,
good timely manner, right? But what you just said about wanting to do everything, um, I find that more and more common with the guys that I meet, and like upcoming guys that are in the industry. They don't refine what they're good at before they move to the next step. They think they can just keep going to the next step. What I mean by that is you see tinners, they're not even good at tinning yet, but then they want to move to PPF or vinyl wrapping without really refining who they are. And I think that's not a good way to go, bro. You have to be really good at something. It's got to be high quality before you move on to the next. And I think that's the issue with a lot of these smaller shops and small timers that
I,
are
I
opening and
think that
closing.
the problem also
Mm.
is people like Iron Man. I think when you have beast like Iron Man that's good at everything. A lot of people look at that. It's like shit. If Fernand can do it, I can do it. And that's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
problem, bro. This guy
I
is built different. Like not
I
everybody
mean,
can be like,
we
everybody
know
wants to be
we
like Mike. We grew up in the '90s. We're like want to be
yeah.
like Mike, right? Like everybody want to be like Mike, but
But that's
there's
the thing. That's the thing, though, Cash. Like, you and I know quite a few people in the industry, and there's not a lot of guys that can do everything really well.
exactly.
Like, some are okay, right? Like, but there's not a lot of guys. You don't see Fernando and Elio and Tony Kiger that can pretty much do everything really
Yeah.
well.
Exactly. Even like you mentioned Tony. Like Tony will even
Mhm.
say, like, hey, I'm good at this, or I'm really good at this, and I
Mhm.
focus in this lane.
Yeah.
Fernan, I think is an exception to some of the concept, because I think Fernan loves the competition, but Fernan also studies and like gets all the details front and back of everything he does.
Mhm.
You
And
know,
that's something that I've noticed about some of the guys that we respect in the industry is they have this obsession about being better, constantly trying to be better.
I mean, dude, the guy right here, he's got the obsession to being really good. Like the stuff that he puts out, he wants it to be the greatest. Ryan has
Yeah.
made my game so much better by
Mhm.
by coming to work with me. Is that there's time where he pulls out an XR Plus
Mhm.
off because there's a spec that won't come out, or something very
Mhm.
small, and you're like
Yeah.
shit. But then
And
you're like,
turns
okay,
out it's in the film.
it has happened. It has happened. But it's that you want to be, you want to be. I wouldn't say you want to be the best, but it's not always to be about the best. It's that you want to be proud of what you do and what you put out. Like you want that to be good, not just good. You want it to be great, right? Like you want the
Mhm. Mhm.
customers to love what they got, right? Like I think Ryan has this saying is that, um, what's the saying, Ryan? That really
I don't want you to just be happy with it. I want you to love it. But
exactly.
Yeah,
So Ryan has
yeah,
that
yeah.
that saying, and I love that saying. Is that hey, I don't want you just to be happy with it. I want you to love it, and I really like that line. I mean, it really hits home when you're trying to build a relationship. I always told my customers, hey, I don't want you just for this tent. I want you for this tent, the next tent, your friend's tent, your family's tent. Because I want you to love what we do. You see the passion we put into it and the time and effort we put into it. Yeah, I'm not gonna knock out your car in 45 minutes. I'm gonna take time on it. I'm gonna, we have a pre-check process, right? I roll down every single window with the customer out there. I check the top edge, I check the inside of the glass, roll up and down. That does two things for me and my customers. It builds a little bit of relationship. It also shows them that hey, we're taking our time to look through everything, and we're
Mhm.
looking at it with them. So if there's something that needs to be addressed, I can address it with them at that time. Also shows them that we really care about working on their car. And it also saves us time that we don't have to call them later on like, hey man, your window don't roll up, hey, your window don't roll down, oh hey, we saw a little nick on this here, or we saw a scratch here. There's a lot of junk in the back, there's a lot of trash in the back. Like I don't work on the cars. If you got stuff in the back seat, man, move it over into your trunk, man. Like you can move it in the front seat. I'm not gonna sit in your front seat unless we're doing a windshield. But back seat, I need that open if you want us to do the back. And one thing I learned liability wise, man, especially when it comes to baby seats, you never put those baby seats back in, man. You put them face down, let the customer put it in,
Yeah.
because you don't want, as a business owner, you have to be
Liability.
very cautious
Yeah.
about liability.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
it's what you're going back to is like you have to learn the ins and outs of everything, man, and
No,
you have to be very
absolutely.
cautious on it.
And I like what Ryan said, but it's, you got these customers investing hundreds and thousands of dollars into our shop to put in high quality work. You want people to love the tent, also having that experience of why they invested $1,000 on the tent, right? That way they can tell everybody about it. Like, sure, we might be a couple of $100 or maybe twice as much as there's the next shop over, but they can feel and see the difference in the quality and work and the quality and film that they're getting versus solar free or some shit, right?
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
So
Uh,
Justin had a question. How does color
um,
PPF install different from regular PPF?
um, you have to have vinyl experience for sure. Because I've been tending like a lot of PPFers and regular PPFers can't install color PPF because they don't have the patience to really tuck everything over as much as they can. I've noticed a lot of vinyl wrappers have transitioned to PPF and they think it's going to stick the same or it's going to hold the stretch the same. Very far from the truth, but you got to be able to have both skill sets to do color PPF. As far as what you said earlier, STEC or STEC or whatever, having thinner material so it's more pliable, it sounds great and all, but that thinner material won't last you as long, right? The
Right, exactly.
top coat's going to fall apart or whatever TPU is going to fall apart. So these are things that you have to be aware of. So it's really hard to really find a good color PPF company that's going to actually last and back you up if something were to last. Like when I was in Hawaii, I was hanging out. You guys know Shane at Zero Reps.
No, I don't know him.
Anyway, he's Ronald Midnight's partner, and like the weather in Hawaii is different from the weather in Georgia and California. Just because the film works great in Washington doesn't mean it's gonna last in Arizona or California or Hawaii, right? So
Mhm.
it also just like depends on that. But you gotta to answer that question, you gotta have both skill sets. You gotta be a pretty good vinyl wrapper and a PPF to install color PPF. Because nowadays most regular PPFers can just do kits and they don't really know how to freehand.
Right. I think it's there's a lot of similarities that you can take from one field to the other, but
Yeah.
like you said, there's definitely a hybrid version of it that you have to learn, and you have
Mm-hmm.
to learn one to do the other. I
Hmm.
think a lot of people with the going from wrap to PPF, they try to glass everything, and it's not always working
No, no,
as a wrap because it's a wet application, or even
no.
with the dry application. I think a lot of companies try the dry application. They're realizing that dry application on PPF is just not the same as a wrap. I mean, in my
Uh,
opinion, and now I might be wrong on that, but from what I've seen, I haven't seen anything great on the dry PPF yet.
Dry PPF's tough. I mean, Ferdinand just asked about Carlos PPF. Yes, I have tried Carlos PPF before they even launched in the US. A lot of dry application, dry PPF that I've tried anyway. You got to have like the perfect temperature. That way you don't see squeegee marks and adhesive marks and whatnot. Other than that, you still got to use water or slip to make it look better, you know. Um, Definitely a lot more patience for sure to do color PPF versus clear. Me personally, I'd rather do clear all day, clear and stealth, expel stealth, and do that because yeah, it's a lot easier to deal with for sure. You know, when you start taking cars apart and you tuck everything as much as you can, and then next thing you know, your panels are like rubbing and then lifting. Oh, J shop is shit. They don't know how to wrap because this lifted. No, they could be your car, it could be the film, could be a lot of things, right? So it's tough. The color, I think the color PPF game is still growing a lot, and maybe if they find that happy medium sweet spot of making it a little thinner and just putting a lot better material versus this cheaper stuff, no names like Flex PPF or whatever. Um, I think it'll be a lot easier for installers and shops like us to use to make a profit out of it.
Yeah, that's I was thinking about that. The thickness of the average PPF and the
Yeah.
tolerances on a lot of panels and
Hmm.
things on
Hmm.
vehicles. Like
Hmm.
it really doesn't make a lot of sense in my head.
Yeah, and we've had people that come in here that want to color PPF their car because they hate the color, but that's when I try to be as realistic with them. Like, hey, how often you wash your car? You neglect your car? You kind of busy? Because even color PPF doesn't really protect it like regular PPF. The regular PPF is still a better protection.
Hmm.
And a lot of guys don't talk about that. Oh, color PPF, like it's a new great thing, but it still doesn't give you the same protection as clear. Mhm.
So, I mean,
I
um,
know these guys are hilarious, man. I'm like reading the the comments.
so when I was looking at color PPF 2 years ago when I got my Tesla, and
Mhm,
I
mhm,
looked at the cost of that, and then but it wasn't also just the cost; it was also I didn't want to take any panels off. I wanted to kind of wrap it without
mhm,
removing anything, and to me, the wrap is a lot easier, like we talked about, to tuck. So I end up doing is I did every color change wrap, and then I did the clear PPF on it. You know,
yeah.
to me, I think the time for me to wrap it and to PPF it was probably a little bit faster and a little bit more cost efficient than getting
Mhm.
color PPF and doing the color PPF. You
Ah,
know, it was just uh, to me, I think it was just a little bit faster, especially with the kids. Especially if you're doing color, if you're doing PPF with the kids, you can slap that on a lot faster than bulking it, right? Like it's just, well, it depends on the installer too. Like you got some great installers
yeah,
who bulk it
yeah,
real fast and they can trim really well and they know how to do it right. But for
yeah.
an average installer, I think installing color PPF to tuck it and fully give you the coverage, it takes good amount of skills. Where I think as a rapper, you can accomplish that same thing a little bit easier and faster because rap lets you just be more flexible and it will go into like what
Mm.
Ryan said is it'll go into a lot of panels a lot easier than PPF because of the thickness. You got to look
Yeah,
at
yeah. I
1.4
mean,
to
it
7,
also,
8 mil.
yeah, some color PPFs are like 6 to 7 mil, right? The lower quality ones, but it really comes down to the type of person that owner really is going to be. Because like what you did in your car, you did vinyl, then you PPF. A lot of guys won't fly out here. There's a lot of guys that want that paint perfection, and they're just not being realistic, right? So really, um, I don't know. I still think like color PPF still has its ways to go for sure. Mm.
Now, you kind of talked about setting expectations, whatever. I think that's really important in our industry. I feel like a lot of customers come for all different things. For tints, for PPF, for ceramic coating, they have this idea in their mind, and it's way outside of
Mm.
what the products can do. Whether it's been from hearing misinformation or just what's ever in their mind. So how do you approach that when you talk to people who think that they're coming for a product that can do something that it just can't?
I mean, when setting expectations depending on the vehicle, the car, and also understanding your customer on the type of person they are, how super picky they are, right? And explaining and educating to them what the film can really do. Uh, some recesses, they say, "Oh, I've seen this on IG where you can do one piece." I say that's great and all, but it's going to lift. And they're comparing their, I don't know, maybe let's just say use a Civic Type R, and they're comparing it to like a McLaren that has like color PPF. Well, that McLaren touches like maybe 2,000 miles a year versus your Type R, it's gonna be like 10 to 20,000 miles a year. So really trying to educate the customer and talking to them about how things are going to be installed, how it should be installed to where it's going to last versus looking good. It's really going to make a difference in having that difference in price margin and markers. Because we hear prices of color PPF from anywhere from like 5,000 all the way up to like 20,000. Like when I was at Salt Lake City, there's a big shop out there that charged like 20 grand for such a basic car. So really comes down to educating that customer whether they're realistic or not. And then once you, I guess, find that common ground, you really know if they're really still going to be interested or whatnot, or you can persuade them to just do clear or stealth or something else.
Hmm.
Because not every car is very easy to put a color PPF on, and um, we're not the type of shop where we like to dismantle a car completely. It's never going to be the same. I don't care. I can argue with anybody, like bolts, tabs, plastic tabs, whatever, seals, it'll never install the same once you take it apart. So that's something I really educate a lot of the purists, car crazy guys about. Like, hey, do you want your car to be taken apart, dismantled, all because of like a little seam that you're probably not even going to see, or whatnot? I'll use my personal vehicles as an example. Like I got my Ford Raptor where there's a seam underneath the door handle which you can't even see until like you really look for it. Is that worth taking apart door panels and door handles and everything just so you won't see that seam? So those are things that you have to talk to your customers about to set expectations. That way you know how to charge accordingly.
Right.
You
Yep.
know, I mean, if that's from my experience, right? So I don't know how about you guys, because you guys' clientele and customer base is probably a little different. I mean, so it's be real with them as much as you can. That way you know how to charge accordingly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Well,
mean,
Yeah.
definitely understanding the customer and seeing what they want done and what they're willing to pay for. It's there's a lot of market. They just want the cheapest thing. Like they don't care about.
Mhm.
I've run into, especially in Atlanta, man. I've had a lot of customer conversations where um, they don't care. They just want the cheapest thing. They just want the look, and if it looks okay or if it lasts a couple of years, they're fine with the cheapest tin. Like I kid you not, I've had a dozen conversations in the last month. What I'm like, so you don't care if it lasts you 2 years or because a lot of the basic films in Atlanta typically in about a year and a half, 2 years, you're starting to get the bubbles on the back. You're starting to get the fading.
Mhm. Mhm.
And I've had a lot of customers, especially lady customers. No, I don't care. I just want the cheapest thing right now.
hmm
And it's one of those hard conversations where you're like, okay, hey, I appreciate you calling us, and we're not the right shop for you. Um,
Yeah, that's a perfect way of putting it, because we deal with that too, right? It's if they're just price hoppers, I used to think like, no, this person is just being a cheap ass or whatnot, but really it comes down to lack of education and earning their trust and how you talk to them. So you call a lot of shops, I'm sure it's the same with you guys. You call a lot of shops like, I want price for this tint. These guys will just give you a price for tint, whether it's
Right.
they start off with the cheapest. They're not really trying to solve that person's issue.
hmm
And
yeah, and that's
whether
where it comes down to. I agree with you on that. It's that what we talked about earlier, finding the solution and spending that time with them, understanding what their needs are. And then making them, and I think me and Ryan, we've talked about this before, is that you may not win that battle right there, but you're gonna win the war if you put it in their head that, hey, if you're going with the cheapest thing, there's gonna be the bubble issue, the fading issue, and a lot of people are not aware of that, and they think maybe it's a bad install, right? Like contamination, having a big edge on the top, big gap on your top edge.
Mhm.
Once you start putting that in the customer's head, they may still not come and get it from you at that time, but I've seen customers come back the second time around or try us the second time around because we do keep a list of customers that inquire with us, right? So like I will
Yeah,
see
yeah.
like, hey, under this number, under this name, this person inquired about it in 24. They're either inquiring about the same car because they're still shopping for the cheapest thing and they're spending hours and
Mhm.
hours, which is stupid.
Mhm.
um you know or they're now have a different car, right? So now they're calling back again, and sometimes they're more willingness to listen or even come out and look at it with you, because the biggest thing is like, hey, one thing I push is like, look, whether you shop with me or not, I would just love to educate you on being a smart shopper. and I would love you to stop by and see the difference in, the shades and the quality of film and what it can do for you, because film has changed a lot in the last 20 plus years. And then unfortunately there's still product that's 50 years old and that's still being applied, and that's going to be your cheap shit. Uh,
Yeah, man. It like trips
real.
me out how some of these tint shops can still sell like dye film and be okay with it, you know? Like as a shop owner, I can't. We don't even carry carbon or dye. We just carry ceramic just because it's not even worth it dealing with later on.
Yeah,
Um,
and a lot of shops are running into that. In fact, I think Trip is me and Trip had a conversation just last week where he was like, "Man, I think I'm gonna just go ceramic only. I'm kind of
yeah,
tired
yeah,
of these,
yeah, yeah, dude.
cheaper
Hmm.
clients trying to put this cheap product and compare me with the cheap services. As you get older and wiser, you realize like not everything is meant for you, right? Just like not everything is. Yeah, it's the same thing with the clients, man. It's like you have to understand, like, hey, this client, maybe when I was in my 20s and I was hustling and I want to do 10 cars, 12 cars a day and bust my ass, and I didn't care as long as I turned the numbers. My back wasn't willing
Hmm.
to do it. Now maybe I'm getting older or I have more experience, and now I know what the difference is, and I want to deal with that kind of stuff. I want to value myself in my shop. There's a lot of different things that it kind of just varies on each individual. But man, like ultimately,
Yeah, man. I mean, you
you want to
you and
produce quality
Ryan.
and you want quality in return.
For sure, because like in the end, you guys are still investing this money on whatever material it is, and really you want to provide the high quality service. High you can have provide high quality service on cheap tint, but that cheap tint is still going to make you look bad. So really focus on what you're good at, right? And try to provide the best quality film that you can provide for the customers. And really the customers that are just cheap asses in some ways, in some evil ways, I guess. I enjoy talking to them and educating them, and then once I got them, I got them. Uh, because
Some
it goes back to them having trust issues, you know.
some of them really just don't care. Some of them actually get pissed off for like that we deal with
Hmm.
you won't just give them a price. All I want is a price. I don't give a shit. Just give me a price. I don't want to learn
Okay.
nothing. I just want price.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
You probably get
Yeah.
a couple of them too, but
No,
uh,
yeah, for sure, for sure. But it's more again like, well, I'm sorry, sir. Like if you just care more about the price that we're not the shop for you. And this is where professionalism and like really helping out some guys in the industry like will show your character because I will recommend some of the cheaper shops around me for them to go to if they're more concerned about prices.
Right.
right.
You
And,
know,
and, and, and
and
it's good for
I'll shoot them their way, and then it kind of backfires them. Like, oh, why is Jay like pushing me off to this person? So
Hmm.
it makes it. So I got no problem telling him to go kick rocks, but in a nicer way. Like, yeah, the shop, go check out the shop. You know, they might be for you.
If you're in the comments or you're in the live and you want your name on the wheel and then you don't see your name, it's because you didn't say you want your name on the wheel. Mr. Thomas Labubu, I'm not going to put your name on just because you're in the comments and everybody else you see in the comments putting in their name, put me on the wheel, right? You follow those rules. There is no exception. Don't care about Labubu. It's about fairness. You see everybody else put their name in. You want your name in there? Look, Tani for the wheel. Guess what? I'm putting Tani in on the wheel. Jay got put in as a courtesy because Jay's talking, so I still want to have Jay on there. But
I don't even know what's going on, guys.
like
Like why are the names there? You get a little boo 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 boo
we we
boo.
we, we do some fun giveaway stuff. Like
Yeah.
sometimes it's something small, sometimes it's something decent.
Yeah,
Um,
I just saw Tim earlier saying like spin the wheel. I go, what the hell is that? Like
Well, you get to experience it today. I still don't see Thomas for the wheel, so rules are rules. Yeah, Trip, 100%.
Yeah,
That's
I was like, oh,
Danny.
maybe these are the names of the people that are still in the chat. All right, cool. Yeah.
Danny,
Yeah.
Danny
Yeah. Yeah. For those,
Carl, I got
yeah.
you on the wheel. See? Look at that. Ooh, Thomas got yelled at.
Yeah.
Look at that. Tanny looking off for Thomas. She's like, put him on the wheel. Thomas for the wheel. Look at that. Somebody else doing it for you, Thomas. Oh, sore loser. Don't give away. Oh,
But on the real though, gosh, like how is it out there compared to like what I told you guys about how California? I mean, California is ruthless. We got a lot of lowballing shops out here. But how's it out there?
it's very similar, man. I mean, there's a lot of low
Um,
ballers in Atlanta because
um,
the larger cities. I think you're gonna see that more
mhm,
and more
mhm,
because there's a lot of your younger people that are buying the cheapest thing. They're not dedicated to the
mhm.
craft. They're just there to grab the money, and they'll sell it for as cheap as they can grab a customer, and the customer will go there, man. I mean, customer, like I had a customer just, I want to say Friday. She's calling me, and she called me around two different times.
Yeah.
She called me. She's like, "Yeah, I can get all around plus the windshield for 249." And I'm like, including
That's
the full windshield. And she's like, "Yeah, I've got 249 and 299." And I'm like, "Well, that's a great deal, ma'am. You want to get that?" And just let you know, if you have any issues, if it fails and you want to get it redone, we'll love to help you out at that time. If you have any issues, but I wish you the best of luck with that. So that way, I'm not wasting my time. I'm not wasting their time, and I'm letting them know, like, hey, if you're getting it for 249, 299 full tint with the front windshield, man, go for it. Stop calling around.
just,
but
just be
I
aware that it's going
also
to be $400 just to remove all that trash.
but I
So
I also I also think that some people or some customers don't understand that though that that's not even like enough for material what I mean it's enough for material what but it's not profitable for the shop
right,
without windshield. So how are you going to get windshield for decent film? So
Well,
I think
I mean,
I think
there's
I think
also
some
the
some shops
proper.
are just kind of over promising to get them in, and then you get people
yeah,
complaining that come here all the time like, oh man, we went to this shop because the price is great, but then they change the price on us as soon as we got there. They're
yeah,
not being transparent. They're lying in with the phone just to get them on the to the
Oh,
shop.
I get that with some of the customers.
Yeah.
They'll get price and they go there and they're like, yeah, that's only on 35% legal tint. You want 20% or you want 5% or you want anything else, it's gonna
Mhm.
be, like double the price.
Yeah, yeah.
And like just said in the comments, there's a lot of customers that will tell them anything just to get the seal. I have a lot of
Mhm.
customers in Atlanta that will do it. That, hey, we're selling you ceramic, and they'll be like, hey, I get you ceramic for $299, and people are like, oh shit, I'm getting ceramic for $299, $249, and it's the cheapest thing, man. Like I kid you not, it's not even good carbon. It's the cheapest dye film, and they're passing it on as ceramic, and then they're worried like, oh man, I don't know what you guys talk about ceramic. It really don't block that much heat, and it's because you got sold ceramic. You got told it was ceramic, but you got sold the cheap shit, and it's not blocking it. So like I offer customers education on this as well. Is like, hey, listen, you want to bring it, you got it done, that's great. You want me to test it out, I have tools. I can test out your shade, I
Mhm.
can test out the what quality
The-
it is. It's no charge, like,
Yeah, yeah.
we wanted to check in, we'll do it. I had a customer 2 years ago, man. He spent decent amount of money, like not even just cheap, just decent amount of money with another shop. They told him he got ceramic, and they just put the cheapest thing on there. He goes, he's like, man, I don't have ceramic. I'm like, okay, let's take out the tool. Let's go measure it. Boom. And we're like, hey, look, you're not blocking any heat compared to, what you got on there. So there's no way this is ceramic. And he's like, you can sell me real ceramic. I'm like, let's do a video. Let's do it before and let's do it after. If it's not any difference, and we'll put it out there on the street, right?
Yeah.
And we'll measure it with the
So,
actual light.
and
And if it's not, so I look, my biggest sell is, look, I'm not collecting the money until it's done. So
Yeah, and that's unfortunate for those customers that are getting ripped off by those shops, and shame on those shops for doing that bait and switch stuff. And but it's the guys are getting desperate. They're barely keeping up to stay open, man. Because in their mind, they'd rather make a little bit of something than nothing versus working on themselves and making themselves better to get the better customers and quality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cash,
So
remember that Model Y customer we had that
mhm,
uh
mhm,
so we had this Model Y. Well, they weren't our customer. They came called for a quote, wanted a quote on the front doors and the roof. And we sent them proposal, a couple of different options, whatever. And then I think Cash followed up, and they're like, "No, I found a guy with 30 years experience doing it out of the comfort of his own home for $80." And it's like that. I chimed in. I'm like, "Wait, uh, $80? For the roof and the doors?" Like, yes, the roof and the doors. I'm like, Jesus, I don't even think we
you
can
doing the math
purchase.
on that, Jay. Like even with the Tint X film, $80 for a Model Y full roof, which is a large film. You typically gonna have to use a 60-inch roll for that because that thing is like, it's I think about 48, 49 inches in width.
it's 53, I believe. I forget. It's around there, right? It's less
Yeah,
than.
I mean,
Yeah,
there's no way you can do that with a 40
It's.
inch.
I tell
You know,
people it's equivalent to like 4 to 5 big windows. It's a lot of film, right? So
yeah,
it's not cheap, and people think it's like, oh, it's a sunroof, just a regular sunroof. Like, no. And when people hear prices of $1,500 to $1,800 to do like a Cybertruck windshield, they're like, oh my God, that's so much. But look how big the damn windshield is.
yeah, yeah.
All right. And then the liability of all the other stuff. But again, it goes back to lack of education, lack of trust, and these other shops that ruin it for shops that just try to keep it legit, right? So and that goes for all of it because I hear it in ceramic coating, I hear it in PPF and just about everything. So those are things that we fight daily, and we just do our best to try to keep the high quality that we can provide. Because I tell people we're not the best, but we're not the cheapest, but our quality is high and we stand by our work.
yeah,
You
I
know,
mean,
I like.
the one thing we use on that is, are you looking for value or are you looking for, just price? Like if you're looking for the cheapest, I'm
Mhm.
not the shop for you. But if you want a great quality product and service at a great value, I'm definitely the shop for that because I'm not gonna overcharge and I'm not gonna undercharge.
Mhm.
But I am gonna stand behind our work, and we are gonna give you a great value for what we sell to you.
Yeah,
Mhm.
man. I mean, that's the only thing we can do, right? Is by and like you said earlier, if those customers don't want to go buy it, then they're not for you. Because the ones that you give discounts and prices to, they're usually the ones that nitpick everything and screw you over for the dumbest shit. So
Yeah.
yeah. But like I said, in just about everything that we do, from vinyl wrapping, ceramic coating, and PPF and tinted shops, they're just really trying to ruin it for the shops that's been open for a while. Um, but it's business, and I try to understand from their point of view and what they're doing. Um, but I feel like it just helps us out even more because the more crappy, low quality stuff that other people see, the more they kind of tend to appreciate the time that we spoke with them and the work that we put out. So
Is Thomas still in the on the live? Uh,
No, he said he's going to bed.
oh man, we can't
yeah,
spin
it
the
wasn't.
wheel until Thomas is on the live, man. So somebody's gotta tag him
It's
to get him
only it's only
back in the
it's
live.
only it's only 9:30. Why the hell is Thomas sleeping?
Oh, he got sick.
Oh, he got sick. Ah.
I'm gonna get that tomorrow, but somebody get Thomas on, man, so we can spin it. We want Thomas to
Yeah,
win something, man.
he's
Even if it's his own labubu, we want him to win something.
He said if his name comes up, give it to Tandy.
No, no, no. We gotta have Thomas in the comments, man. Like
He
I want him back in the comment too. So
he always
Tandy, Tanny, you may want to tag Thomas to get back in the live so we can spin it. Because I'm just waiting on him to be back in so we can spin it.
He
Mhm.
always wins when he's not on.
Exactly. I think he's playing that mind game. Trip is
Well,
asking if we can have a bathroom break. All right, Trip,
yeah.
we'll finish this one up, man.
I hope
So
he hurries up because my phone's about ready to shut off.
Mm.
just as like you said, I can have it. All right, we're waiting only on Thomas. As soon as Thomas comes on, and if there's any more names I need to add, we can add it right now because we're gonna spin it. As soon as Thomas comes in and puts in the comments that he's here, we'll spin it. That's the stipulation for today. Trip said he messaged him. All right, let's see if he listens to Trip. I guess Tanny didn't message him. Thomas, come back. They are not spinning the wheel until you are here. Exactly. Send him the message, Tanny. We are not spinning the wheel until Thomas gets back in here. Oh, look at that. Gives Rico a chance.
It's already
Rico got
9. It's
catching
already
on the
9:30
very
over
last.
there, huh?
I'm late
Yeah.
tonight, but I get on the wheel. Yep, there you go.
Yeah.
So now we just got to get Thomas on back here so we can go. Thomas, come on.
What is this labubu crap? Like,
He's like, what's this level?
I've been seeing this labubu stuff everywhere. I'm like, what the hell is this? Like,
It's these
Little,
little dolls,
is
man.
it is it
little,
is it is it like a new troll or a new charm or something that everybody has?
yeah, kinda. Yeah. Little demon babies, right? Is that what they cash? They said some
Yeah,
people
that's what they say is what those
say.
are, those little demon babies. It's funny.
But yeah,
But
it's like a new trend. Like the Beanie Babies, like the trolls, all that stuff. Yeah,
gotcha. Okay.
Pe- people
Yeah.
people wear them on their backpacks. People wear them on their belts. I've seen people have them hanging off the back of their car, like they strap them on them and shit.
It's these little things, man. Did they come up on the screen?
No, I just see the wheel. I don't see.
All right,
I don't.
let me
I
change
don't.
the screen on it.
Like no chat, nothing. And I'm like, what are the guys talking crap about?
All right,
Uh,
it's these,
okay.
and they're
Well,
and people are going crazy for them.
that's leave it for the kids, man. Come on now. Like, like buy it for your like 5-year-old or maybe 10-year-old, but damn.
Yeah,
Look, now we got
Gosh.
even Matt on here, man.
they
Like,
they have clothes for them and shit, man. Thomas had little outfits for them. There's like Prada and shit.
Shit, dude. Next thing you know, they're gonna be coming out Labubu Crocs.
Yeah, they probably got them already.
Oh man, it's just
all right, we're only waiting on
no,
Thomas, man. As soon as I see Thomas in the comments, we're gonna spin it, and Ryan's
no.
phone may die before that happens. So somebody tag Thomas. Man.
Um,
Take a break
actually,
from his wife for a
ha
minute. Come on the live.
have you guys messed with the color PPF stuff over there?
Nah,
No, have not.
No.
Well, I sampled it with like to the S-Tech stuff a while back. And the biggest thing for me on the Y was like I did a sample and it was the seam. I mean not the seams, but the panels, right? Like I was able to just lay regular vinyl a lot faster and easier, and then
Yeah, yeah.
throw a PPF on there.
I mean, there's supposed to be some new stack stuff that's gonna be coming out for SEMA. I'm kind of looking forward to seeing, but hopefully it's not a fail like their Chrome stuff, right? So we'll see. Uh, no, man. I mean, there's a lot of good brands out there, and I just like you, Cash. Like I love the Autobahn guys, and I wish Autobahn was a little bit more active here in the West Coast, but it comes down to the support, and it's hard to. I was telling the guys at Autobahn, like, hey, man, it's hard when Spell Warehouse is like 10 minutes away from me.
That's nice.
Yeah, so
That must be nice. 10 minutes away, you can just walk over and get something, man.
oh, dude, I literally make my phone like my orders in the morning and then go pick it up in like an hour or two.
Oh,
Yeah.
you don't even have to get it shipped. You just get it picked up.
Mm. Yeah, majority of the time, yeah. So that's the convenience of that.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Now,
but
now David Kratz has got to put a warehouse between Expel and your shop to like with your business. Like,
that's gonna be tough. That's gonna be tough, man. Because I haven't been to the Autobahn dealer party. I missed it because I was an Autobahn dealer before. Uh, I missed it, but I see people going crazy about the Autobahn dealer parties.
I would definitely say they have a great hangout.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, a
you
lot of
know,
great people too.
Autobahn guys definitely know how to have fun. They definitely do take care of their guys. No doubt about that. They have a great, you know, relationship with their dealers. Um,
Yeah.
Definitely would say,
Mhm.
Kratz really know how to run his team and manage
Mhm.
his team on that. No doubt about that.
But I mean, I only joined Autobahn back then because of Kiger. I've known Kiger for a while before you guys even knew Kiger in the film industry like that. I knew Kiger when
So
he was just detailing. Um,
let's
uh,
Tiger. I gotta talk to him tomorrow. But tomorrow we have this announcement. So I don't know if anybody been paying attention to it or not. But or if anybody knows it, there's an announcement we're gonna drop for Film Fest. Have you heard of Film Fest yet?
yeah, I've been seeing some posts around, and I was actually gonna low key hit you up on the side and ask you what that's about and see when that's going on. And yeah, dude, I'm totally excited to see what it's about.
Well, I mean, Film
Mm.
Fest is basically going to be our competition. Not quite like WFTT, but similar. But
Mhm.
we're going to focus on a serious competition, but a really good time. You can
Mm.
definitely heckle the competitor. So it's not like, hey, you can't talk to the competitor, and the competitor can't
Yeah,
talk to you.
yeah.
So
Uh,
competitor want to tell you something, they can tell you something. You want to coach the competitor while they're competing, go ahead and coach
when
the
is
competitor.
this? When is this?
See, that's what you got to wait till tomorrow to,
Okay, all right, okay. Just text me on the side later.
so we're dropping that tomorrow. I just put the link up
uh,
tomorrow at 3 o'clock. We're
okay.
now making the announcement of the dates and the venue. And I will tell you this much since we're talking is that we'll have auto singles, we'll have auto teams, we'll
Mhm.
have single PPF, we'll have a flat glass, and then we're gonna have the first ever
Oh,
um,
you know what you should do,
film rep
Cash?
against film rep competition.
No, Cash. You know what you
So
should
you
do,
want to
Cash? You
what
should
happened?
give you know what you should do, man, and people will probably disagree with this. Because I always tell people, if you're a good installer, you can install a lot of different films. Give them a damn white box and don't even tell them what film it is, whether it's Lumar,
Oh yeah.
Autobahn, or Expel. They're gonna install what they install. That's how you can like dictate the good installers from the bad installers.
What, Justin, the announcement is gonna be 3 p.m. tomorrow, live from the venue. So we'll have the dates, we'll have the time. Um, I will throw that. We'll have the kids competition as well. But the biggest one that I'm looking forward to this time is the rep against the rep, or the trainer against the trainer. Everybody talk about, man, my company rep is a badass tinter and this and that. I just want to see out of the reps who can have this special belt that Thomas Thomas is gonna make a special belt, because he's like, man, for the reps, there's got to be a unique like a WWE belt for them that they can carry around for the whole year.
That's gonna be tough, man, because you got a lot of killer Autobahn tinners, and then you have guys that are really good at Expel and Lumar, and
That's what we want to see, man. We want to see.
but there's one guy I think that'll probably beat most, but I can't say. um, that's gonna be fun to watch, man, for sure.
Definitely. I think
Mhm.
that's gonna be an awesome competition. Um,
Yeah.
and I just talked to Chris Brooks today, and he agreed that he'll be one of the judges for that. So
All
you're
right.
gonna have one of the
So
best judges out there judging that competition.
we gotta
To
ask him what beer
see,
he wants then.
huh?
We gotta ask what beer he wants. You know, if he's the judge, you gotta slip in that beer somehow.
Yeah.
Chris,
I
Chris
mean,
is
they can sport one Rico. They can sport Eastern time. Yes, sir. Eastern time, 3 p.m. tomorrow, live. We will go from on Facebook. We'll go from the venue, and we'll show
so
you the venue, and we'll get you the what dates it will be. I will tell you that it won't be in the next 6 months. So we're giving you more than 6 months to plan for it. Um,
perfect.
so that way everybody has good time. We're also not trying to put it close to another event, so that
That's
way you have some flexibility to come out on it. It is a great venue. It is super convenient for a lot of good reasons. We'll talk about that tomorrow. And it's very convenient if you're flying. It doesn't matter if you're flying internationally, whether you're flying locally. It's going to be something that we've really put a lot of thought into. Is like, okay, hey, um, having it where it's convenient, where it's fun, where you have a lot of flexibility on good eating, good times. And then we're actually going to work with some of these manufacturers and brands to bring a great experience
I
because
think it sounds like Texas to me.
this is gonna be something great for a sporting role. So like for the manufacturer and the brands to support their people, their tenters, their customers, their um you know uh what is you have brand film installers and window film installers. There is a different um, window film installers is going to be in the singles auto competition or team auto competition. Now, I will tell you this: we will not limit the reps in just the rep competition. They can compete in the regular one too. So if people are like, hey man, I want to get in the rep competition, I want to compete against the reps. Well, bring the rep over to the regular competition. They can come and compete there. If you want to go against a rep, go ahead and go with it. But we're gonna have a single um,
or throw a
competition.
rep on your team.
Yeah, put a rep on your team. That's not a problem. I mean, Ryan has had that. He's had Billy freaking Murray on Yo Mama's Crush with him and Billy,
Yeah.
and Jeremy as a team. So, team of 2 or 3 for the auto side, singles PPF, singles flat glass, singles auto competition. But it's gonna be whatever you want on it. But I
Trip
don't
was
think
saying,
Tom's showing up, so I think we're gonna have to spin it, man.
yeah, Trip was saying to use the Gila film to let everybody try to use that, and to top for the back windows, we should have the Gila back window kit. It used to come in like a little 6-inch strip roll.
You guys are gonna like sell out all the AutoZone tint stuff now.
Yeah.
Hey, man, look, to throw this competition off, I'll tell you my ultimate goal, and I won't hold this back. My ultimate goal would be to put all Chargers in there for the competition. I think Chargers, if we're able to do that, the Chargers will be kick ass.
Mm-hmm.
So, um,
I think we agree.
that would be great to have, but we need to have the same cars all the way across.
Same
Yes.
color, same cars. Yep.
Yeah, that way everybody has the same cars. I don't want to have anybody not being able to have a different car on there. So, but
Hell,
we're gonna
just
try.
make it all even all around, Cash. Like same solution, same slip. Hey
Same
man,
film, same slip, same like pre-made bottles. Like
the-
you have to use the
yeah,
solution.
bro. I'm
Man.
telling you, if you're good, you're good. You're not gonna make
So
excuses of what
here's one thing that I will say that I love the WFR reunion concept was tint it however the hell you do it, man. Like, so there's no regulation on it. Like, why are you gonna regulate somebody not to be able to take out a seal if they're used to pulling out a seal? As long as they don't damage the car, they know how to do it. If they have the right skills, let them use the skills, right? So,
Because wait, but here's my rebuttal to that. Because a good installer can do top and bottom.
right. There's no doubt about that. There's no doubt about that. But each installer is going to tell you that there is a better preference that they will get a better install over one than the other. Now, you may have somebody saying that I'm a better two-stager than a bottom loader, and then you may have a lot of people that say I'm a better bottom loader than a two-stager.
But
So,
ultimately, what it comes down to is we just want to see your best work, you know. So
right,
whatever
Yeah,
your best work on that day, that car, like do it, you know.
yeah, yeah.
right. So
Because
it ultimately comes down to is your skills, right? Like, hey,
mm,
um how good can you lay film? It doesn't matter. Like I've said it before, if you want to do it upside down, man, wear a Spider-Man costume. Billy freaking
or
Murray is done something similar. He's wore the
or
bird suit and tinted it and did a really great score. It doesn't matter. All we
yeah.
want to see is we want to see the best install on it.
But then you'll have a bunch of guys that are like 97 and ups because there's a lot of good installers. But how do
That's
you
Yeah.
what you
eliminate?
want. So you want
No,
that
no, you don't want that because you want to eliminate the best of the best. Like you want to see who can really do everything, not just guys that specialize in it. Like, do you want everybody to have 97%? Really?
I
Or
wonder where it comes
99%?
down to the point zero one.
No, dude, it doesn't make it interesting
You gotta,
because
you gotta look, man. Like, listen.
here's an idea. How about you don't tell them which round they can top load or bottom load?
Let them guess.
No, 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 no. They're gonna find out whether it's first round or second round or third round. They're gonna find out before.
Right.
Because if you're good, you're good, man. I don't want to like these
I
excuses that I
mean
see, like, oh, Cash, were
that's
you not at the Expel conference when you had a guy from Cali that was bottom loads the best, and you had another guy that was fighting like top loads the best, and I'm just like, come on, you guys, we're talking about a damn Corolla.
like Ryan
You
said, man. Like
know.
at the end of the day, what we're looking for is we're looking for the best of the best, right? So to best of the best, it does come
But
down to it where it's a hairline difference, right? Like it comes down to who's
yeah,
gonna
oh man.
lay the best film. Doesn't matter how they do it. Why regulate how they do it? Just show us the best work.
Because you're not gonna see who the best is. You're gonna see who's the best at what they do best.
Well, that's how you do it at
You're
your shop, right? Like, but when you regulate everything,
no, but that we're not competing at our shop. Like our shop is, you know what I mean? Like you're trying to eliminate the best from everybody else. How do you set that apart?
well, see, for that WFCT exists. So that's where you go to WFCT.
No, not
You
really,
get that
because we all
concept.
we all we
You
all
get
found
that
the common
concept
ground,
there.
bro.
You want
We
it.
all
You
found the
want
common
all
ground.
fun. You have Tinder battles. That's why Tinder battles exist. If you want
Yeah.
fun, but if you want to have a great, serious competition, but without the limitation
Yeah.
of like, hey, you can only load it this way. You can only install it this way. You cannot
That's
talk to anybody. It's gonna be that's where we're gonna come in. We're gonna bring in that bridge right there and give you the mixture of both worlds, right? You have WFCT, you have Tinder battles, and we're just gonna bring the film fest right in the middle to be that sandwich. You like jelly, you like peanut butter? Come on down. We got both. Like it's the smash of that, man. So I meant to write only you can. Um, so that's literally what it comes down to. But Thomas just messaged saying he's already chilling with his wife. He's watching a movie. So sorry guys, he's out
wait.
for the night. Please spin the wheel without him. So anybody else that wants to be on the wheel, I'll put your name in right now. But announcement for the location is gonna be tomorrow. I did give you guys some extra information tonight that we weren't really supposed to, but I was like, you know what? We've been here hour and 45 minutes. Why not? Hopefully Tripp's
Yeah,
taking his bathroom break and
it's
come
it's
back.
uh it's gonna be fun regardless, but Yeah.
But it's gonna be a lot of fun. Like we are gonna do a welcome dinner, so there's a networking opportunity. There's
mhm.
some fun to start off with. We'll do a farewell dinner with the award ceremony, which is again another time to bond and have fun and
Mhm.
break some bread together. And this award ceremony, if it goes the way I kind of planned, it's going to be something a little unique, a little different. um all right, mystery box. Here it is. Let's spin it. Trip says spin that batch. All right, here we go. Congratulations, Fanny. You got the mystery box. All right. And then we'll do one for the Labubu from Thomas. I want to shuffle it.
Tanny's already got everything that's in the mystery box.
Oh, has she? Well, we'll find her something.
Oh no! All right.
He's like, no. Justin B, congratulations. You got the
Uh,
Labubu. Laugh out loud at Labubu look. Any hoots.
yeah.
Oh, man. So, that's that, man. Thank you, Jay, man. I didn't expect us to be on this long. It was great talking to you, bro. Like it was really good to just have a chill back conversation.
Yeah, girl. I
It
mean,
was
it's
fun, man.
always down to share whatever I can, and I'm always open ears to learning from you guys that's been in the industry a lot longer than me. So, no, thank you for the invite, and obviously I'll see you soon. See you in
Well,
like maybe less than 5 weeks.
maybe less than 5 weeks. Maybe Tanny says she wants to give you the mystery box. So send
Oh,
Ryan your address, and we'll send you the mystery box.
oh, thank you. I'll take the mystery box versus Labubu for sure.
No, not the Labubu.
Uh, is that the thing that Thomas had in his little man
Yeah,
purse? Or
that's
what?
what he
Yeah.
had. That's what he had. The Labubu right there.
Oh
That was one of the
man.
unique Labubus.
And,
Like
and,
so, like that one
yeah,
is a
man,
rare Labubu.
if I didn't love Thomas, I would have clowned him so bad. I would just be like, "You're a grown ass man with that little."
Bro, you should see this dude. This dude's got crazy amount of Labubus.
Yeah.
Oh
He's
man.
been giving away dozens of those shoes, man. He loves kids, man. He loves just like making people laugh. So I love
Oh
I
Thomas.
no, no,
Make
I
I
love
had no
Thomas.
clue.
I love him.
I had no clue what they were. Never seen them before. We went into Thomas's houses, and he's got them hanging
Oh
them on his counter and his
Yeah.
cupboards in the kitchen. And my daughter's like, "Oh my god, oh my god!" And he's like, "You want them?" And he like gives them to her.
yeah, he gives me like three of them. It's like what the hell? And it was crazy, bro. But yeah, he's got crazy amount of them at his house. It's just it's freaking funny.
Well, I mean, my wife and I are supposed to be going to Buckhead, Atlanta soon, so I'll be bugging you guys for sure.
Hey man,
Oh,
come
nice.
by. Let me know when you're here.
Yeah,
We'll take you out to dinner.
yeah.
Me and
Well,
we love to go out and hang out.
well, for sure. Well, I appreciate you, big girl. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you,
Yeah.
Cash, not Kosh, Cash.
Any last words for
No,
the audience before we
no,
count off or we kick off?
yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much. It was awesome. We'll see you in a little bit, man.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Talk to you soon.